So this week I went to dinner with Jeff Lewis and Shannon Beador, Real Housewives of OC. Tommy, you don't know who Shannon Beador is unless I say.
No
right?
idea.
She's Irish.
No.
Shannon. She likes to. She's one of yours. You're one of you guys'. One of yours.
Okay.
And
The
Shane.
last name is what dictates your ethnicity. It's not your first name, just so you know.
Well, Shannon is a very Irish name.
Okay, but again, that doesn't mean she's Irish.
She is.
I'm just saying, you could, if we name Shams Shannon, I'm Irish, but I am saying it doesn't mean the first name you just
non-point. Did you just make another non-point?
The first name is not what dictates your ethnicity. It's your last name.
I didn't say it's ethnicity.
Yeah.
I just said
she's Irish because
like
her name
you.
is Shannon. That's
no,
not.
I never said that.
Yeah, you did.
Anyway,
Listen
I had
back.
dinner with Shane Douglas, Shannon Beador, Jeff Lewis. We went to Lavo. What a restaurant. First of all, the food, you would love it. I think it was Italian. We got meatballs, and it was one of those where you're like, it's the best meatballs. Or then, like, they brought you, like, crudité or whatever
I
that
love
is.
meaty balls in my mouth.
Oh, my God. It was meatballs. And then when Jeff takes us to dinner, I never order. I always let him order for everyone, at which I'm also never starving when I go to dinner because I think it's rude to be hungry when someone else is always picking up the tab. And the conversation, I forgot, Jeff's boyfriend, Stu, Chef Stuart O'Keefe also was there.
Oh.
I
bet he got some meaty balls in his mouth.
He did.
I bet
It's
he
kind
did.
of funny you should say that.
Oh, I bet.
Because Shannon told us about how good her blowjobs are.
Oh.
It was the main topic of dinner.
Classy dinner.
So
I think that's what they discussed at the Last Supper, too. I think before
Really?
Jesus spoke to his disciples.
What did he say?
Yeah, he was like, who gives the best head here? Who gives the best helmet?
Is it?
Yeah, I think
It's called
so.
the helmet?
Yeah, that's a term.
So Shannon Beador's boyfriend, John Jansen, broke up with her. But I want to get your opinion on this, Tommy, because it is a he-she topic. They just finished filming season 17 of OC.
Okay. She's been on the whole time?
No. She's a newer, halfway new. Halfway.
So like 8 years.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. That's a long time. That's
Yeah.
a long,
Okay.
17 years. Wow.
17
But that was the
seasons.
first one.
The very
right?
first one
So,
was
yeah,
OC.
okay.
Yeah. Her boyfriend, John Jansen, allegedly, okay, nobody's getting sued here, but this is what I think happened. Okay. All the way up until the end of filming, he stayed with her. After filming wrapped, OC does a final interview where they'll do like a recap at the end. So like the closing credits will say, Shannon is working on her issues with
Like
her dog.
Like an update.
Like
because
the
it
update.
happened months ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Cesar Millan does in the episodes with their dogs, like what
Gotcha.
happened to the
Yeah.
dogs or something.
Nowadays, you kind of have to do that too. Do they do that the whole time?
They mostly, I noticed, did that with OC because that was just something that they always did with OC.
Yeah.
I don't know about the other franchises.
I'm just
doing
saying
that.
with Twitter and with all the social media that's out there, you kind of have to do that because otherwise it just stays in its own time. You know what I mean? You kind of have to say this also has happened since then, you know?
So in the last interview with him, he said to her, I want to take this relationship to the next level. Now, they've already been together for 3 years. They both have together, they have 6 grown adult children that are in college.
Their kids?
She has 3. He has 3
Oh,
from
Brady
previous. Because, yeah, she's...
Brady Bunch. Lovely story of a man named Brady.
So what's a woman to think? We're grown. We've been together for 3 years. Our children are in university age. When you're telling me you want to take it to the next level, she was going to think marriage. They've both been in love with each other. They've both even said they've never loved anybody more in their whole life except for each other.
Even their kids.
Yeah, another person.
Oh.
Okay. And then boom.
Do they live together?
Don't know. I don't know.
That's a big deal because that could be next level.
But he broke up with her. He basically drop kick, dumped her, dropped a bomb, came out of left field
Off
and
season.
broke it after they finished filming.
I'm not surprised.
Not surprised?
Yeah.
So make it make sense, Tommy, please.
Some guys want to look good on TV, and I'm sure he looked great on TV. And then he didn't want to look like the dick on TV. So it's real easy to break up with her out of season.
So he was holding on to it. But why would he say to her, I'm ready to take it to the next level?
Well, listen, there's two sides to every coin, right? So you don't know what happened after that. But I'm just saying that I'm not stunned that he chose to wait or he didn't break up with her until the season was over, especially on those housewife shows, because the guys are more or less ancillary, right? They're not essential to the push of the show,
except for Jersey,
or what's going on. Yeah, for the most part. Okay, I don't watch the shows, but I just know from literally talking with producers with the network.
Well, her whole storyline this season, not her whole storyline. We haven't seen the season yet, but just get to the male perspective.
No, I'm just again, I'm saying those, from my experience or for the knowledge that I have, those shows, the husbands are a little bit more ancillary. So when you're ancillary, you could just be the good guy. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really get all the colors of the rainbow. You just see a little bit. And in the little bit, you look like a great guy. And then, you don't want to look like a bad guy. So you wait till the show's over. You talk it up. Oh, I can't. I want to take this to the next level. The next level is you packing your shit and getting out.
Oh, my God.
But
so wait, let's just take the show out of it.
You can't. You can't. You cannot. That's it, like that. Forget that. Don't ever even. You cannot. It does not have anything to do with that anybody else is going through when you're talking. You're like, just forget the show. No, you can't.
You're saying, okay, so could you see yourself, because you see yourself ancillary in our show?
No, that's it. I'm saying I would like to be more ancillary. That's what that's where some of my beef came with, because again, I'm not being paid like everybody else. Why am I?
I'm sure John Jansen wasn't being paid either.
I'm sure he wasn't. That's great. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like,
but
I'd much rather be background noise. I don't want to be in the forefront, especially if I don't want to continue to harp on that. But a lot of it comes down to money, because it's like any other job.
You don't want to show your life for free.
But yeah, I don't want to be doing the same work as everybody else, and everybody else is getting paid substantially more than me. So I'd rather just lay in the cut, crack a joke here and there.
You've said that on this podcast already.
Yes.
So I'm asking you about the relationship.
And that's what I'm saying. It's this. So for him. I'm not surprised that he chose to go that route. I'm not sticking up for him in any way.
Let me just ask you the question. So that's okay. Since you see yourself as ancillary, or wanted to be more ancillary than you were, because for you it comes down to, if you want me to participate fully in the show, then I should be paid. Otherwise, it's just, this is a little bit too fourth wall. Like, the audience,
no, it's not.
The audience cares. I'm telling you my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. The audience wants to know, is like me. I am saying, how could you do this? Why would you? Because you're still a guy that's dating a girl. He's not dating her for the television show. They've been together for 3 years. Why does a guy do that to a girl? Why does a guy make her think it's like breaking up with somebody right before New Year's, or right before?
It's ironic. That's actually one of our questions today when we get into the Q&A. Oh. But I
just want to get into the
again. How's he been represented on the show for the last 3 years?
Great guy.
Exactly.
Okay.
Say no more. He wants to continue that. He wants to continue to have
being a good guy,
being a good guy, being a great guy.
Okay.
So the easiest way to do that, if you're having, and again, we're just hearing one side of the story. So I don't know what when the show ended, maybe she did some crazy shit that she's not going to tell you about at dinner. It's, that he's like, oh no, you don't know what she did, but I'm just going off face value. At face value for him, if he starts having those thoughts, I guarantee you, he'd rather play out the season and just let it be and then take care of it off season.
I'm moving on to you, Tommy.
Yeah.
All right. When you are a guy that sees other dudes breaking up with girlfriends and they feel blindsided, this is my question. How come a guy can go along with the relationship, say, I see us getting married. I see a ring coming. Let's move in together. Let's take it to the next level. And the woman is happy. She's in love. And she's believing what he is saying. And then how does a guy go from that to just, let's break up?
Usually another girl. And again, we're talking about the situation that you're talking about. We're talking about the situation that you're talking about, which is they're older, they've got grown children. So they've already been to the fair, they've already been to on the rides. They, it's at this point, if he's been having that type of dialogue, and then all of a sudden the rug's pulled out, and again, I haven't heard a word of this guy's side. I've only heard this lady's side.
All right, boy, you could preface it. Listen,
yes.
nobody's
yes.
listening.
No, some bitches be crazy.
Team
Some bitches
John Jansen.
Some bitches be crazy. So again, just going off surface shit, that would tell me that he's found somebody else that he likes.
Where's the pen I need to drop? That's rough. Well, I guess the story continues. If he does end up with somebody else right away, then I guess we'll know.
Yes. But again, he's not necessarily in the public eye, so it might not be something that you know about, until...
He gave an exclusive to People magazine.
Oh, see, bro, that guy definitely cared about what it looked like on TV. You know what I mean? That guy, say no more. Say no more. That guy definitely gave a shit about how he looks on television, People fucking magazine.